This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I still got some more things to say about this JacksFilms and SSSniperwolf situation. Not even more so talking on them, but talking on the fans. Because I just feel that, fans are going to see this. They're going to take sides. They're not going to just, have like a mutual feeling towards one another, because like I said before, both are wrong for what they did. JacksFilms shouldn't have been making videos on this girl. SSSniperwolf shouldn't have leaked out his address. I said that. I don't know why people didn't hear it, but so I made videos talking about this on YouTube, right? I made one video and I uploaded that. I made another video. I'll be uploading that soon. But no, so I said that. I said literally the same thing that I had said in the podcast episode before. I said that same exact thing in the video version where I said both of them are wrong. And people are like trying to flip it to where it's like I'm making it seem like that SSSniperwolf is right. And I'm like, you guys aren't hearing me. Watch the video again, because I said both parties is wrong. But people are trying to defend JacksFilms, what he did, and it's like, fam, he was harassing this girl. He was making videos on, that was a question I think I said in the video and in the podcast episode. But it's like, do you think she would have done that if he wouldn't have been making videos on her? Because how I see it, if he wouldn't have been making videos on her, she would have had no, if she would just randomly leaked out this man's address, then it would have been an issue. Then SSSniperwolf would have been the suspect in this situation. But that's like if two people get into a fight, one throws a punch and then the other one grabs a chair and slams it across their head. So, that person gotta go to jail because they used a weapon. If they felt comfortable using that weapon, if they felt like that was their only option, all right? Because they're not going to be sitting down thinking of, well, how many options? They're in the middle of a fight, and they're standing around talking about, whoa, wait a minute, pause. Let me take a moment to see my options in this fight. A person ain't going to be doing that in no fight. That's how a lot of people that are jumping to JacksFilms' defense, they've never been in no fight before. Yeah, they might have probably been in a bunch of, not even internet arguments, but just trying to overall attack a person because they're not agreeing with them. And I'm like, that's not a fight. You're just attacking somebody, all right? But it's like, my thing is this, even in a situation like that, do you think you would stop attacking a person, or you have a valid reason for attacking this person, right? Do you think you're going to stop attacking that person because they're like, no, wait a minute, pause. Let me sit down and think about my options. No, you're going to continue attacking that person. So that's why I'm like, I'm not trying to see it from one side or the other. I'm trying to see it from just a neutral, just all together. Ain't no sides, all right? But yeah, it's just, to me, it's confusing because it's like, how is it that he's right in this situation? Okay. I'm gonna pretend to be a judge, okay? I'm gonna pretend, all right, Judge TMossBoss is in session. All rise, you may sit. Okay, we're in TMossBoss court right now, right? So, JacksFilms, he walks in. SSSniperwolf, she walks in. Judge Judy music is playing in the background. Okay, so state your guys' names and business. JacksFilms, he's a content creator. SSSniperwolf, she's a content creator. Okay, so what happened? How did we lead here? How did we lead into TMossBoss court? So, I'm going based off of my years of watching Judge Judy after I came home from school because I feel like I learned a little thing or two. But anyways, so JacksFilms starts off, all right? So, he goes on and says, yeah, I was making videos on this girl and she leaked out my address. Huh? Well, what kind of videos was you making? Oh, just, videos criticizing her. Well, why was you criticizing her? What do you gain from criticizing her? It's like, was you supposed to do this criticizing? Or what's your business with criticizing her? He's like, that's my thing. That's my content. That's what people know me for. They know me for, criticizing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get back to you. All right, your name's SSSniperwolf, business, content creator, all that. So what have you picked up from this situation? Then she's most likely going to say, he's been harassing me. Him and his fans have been harassing me on the internet for months now. And I'm like, okay, so I'm like, him and his fans been harassing you for months. So it's like, you couldn't have just let that stuff go. You couldn't have just, because I'm saying everybody's going to get, especially as a content creator, a lot of people are going to get harassed. So it's like, did you feel that that was your only option? Because the thing is this, I will say, it's like, if he wouldn't have been making videos on you, you probably wouldn't have done this, right? She's most likely going to say yes. I'm like, okay, so this is how I see it, all right? You shouldn't have been making videos on this girl. I feel like that's just something that's going, just get the point across right now, because it's like, you should know that even in a situation where, like, let's say you are 2 kids in school, right? And you're bullying this girl, okay? Let's say you have your reasons for bullying this girl. Let's say they embarrassed you when like a few years prior, right? So you have your reasons on bullying this girl, right? And then out of nowhere, she takes a lunch tray and busts you across the head with it. And it's like, you have to sit down and think about it. Do you think that would have happened? Now, this is something I'll ask JacksFilms. I'm like, what do you think would have happened if you wouldn't have been making videos on this girl? That's a genuine question that I have for you. Because at the end of the day, I feel like none of this would have happened if none of you guys wouldn't have been, engaging with each other. So that's why it's like something, it's like, okay, damage has been done. I'm like, yeah, don't be out here leaking out people's addresses, because it could have been a situation where somebody that hates him, or one of your fans, see this, they drive over to his house and then they kill him. You wouldn't want that, because at the end of the day, that blood is going to be on your hands. You're going to get in trouble. Yeah, the fans going to obviously get in trouble with it. But when they say, oh, my motive was because he was making videos about my favorite content creator, SSSniperwolf. Yeah, then we're going to bring you in for questioning. And then most likely your career is going to be messed up, for you will not have a career no more. So that's why you shouldn't be out here leaking addresses. But switching back to JacksFilms, now it's like, okay, you're obviously, when you're making videos about a person criticizing them, you're not saying anything nice, right? So that's why I'm all like, okay, well, what if this would have been the other way around, where one of her fans found out where she lived? Well, yeah, one of your fans found out where she lived, and then they went over to her house and killed her because they seen that you don't like her. That's what people need to understand. That's what this episode is mainly about, is about the fans. I feel like if I didn't say that in the beginning of this podcast episode, I'm saying it now, but it's like, that's what's the issue here, is the fans. Because at the end of the day, if you guys ain't got fans, do you think any of this would have went as far as it did? Do you think if you wouldn't have been getting millions of views across the videos that you're making about SSSniperwolf, do you think this would have went as far as it did? No, you're gonna find bigger and better things to go after, and not after SSSniperwolf, especially if you know you ain't gaining nothing from it, alright? And then with SSSniperwolf, it's like, do you think if this guy would have had no effect on your channel, let's say you still got your 30 mil, but let's say he got like 2-3 subscribers, do you think you're gonna really sit down and spend the time trying to track where this person lives? Because I'm saying, everybody on the internet is not gonna like you. That goes for both parties. JacksFilms got haters, SSSniperwolf got haters. So at the end of the day, it's all like, what do you guys gain from going back and forth with each other? Nothing. So it's like, people, just that's what overall I'm like, you know what? No, I've been all like, we're gonna put like a temporary restraining order on each other. Don't make no videos on her. Don't go back to this guy's house or post any information or any other stuff about him and things. Just leave each other alone and go on about your business. Case dismissed. Banging my gavel and I'm getting up out. Dang, man, being a judge, I can see why judges, they're like, they be so annoyed after a case, because I'm like, dang, bro. I'm like, nah, man, if I'm a judge, I've been getting in there stressed out. I'm like, that don't even make no sense to go through that whole process. You guys then turned this into, and y'all could have just left each other alone in the first place, but it's like, the thing is this, what JacksFilms, what he has to understand is that he did throw the first punch. So it's all like, if a person takes a chair, if they grab a weapon of some sorts and they use it, it's because they feel threatened. SSSniperwolf feels threatened. I think, and that's something where it's like people, they're going to try to like flip it into something else and try to come up with all these different excuses. It's like, no, at the end of the day, JacksFilms threw a first punch. SSSniperwolf, she threw a haymaker. It might not have been the last, but it's like, it's a fight. That's what that is. And then having it where fans are like jumping in and stuff. And it's like, no, what this needs to be is a one-on-one fight. If SSSniperwolf, because she doesn't come off as the type of person to have something to say about somebody. So that's probably why she did that, because she's not good at responding back to people, especially. Because it's like, how do you, my thing is this. Talking on YouTube videos, all right, so like I post a video of myself. No, I mean, it's the amount of times I've been criticized. It's like nobody knows how to respond to criticism about no YouTube video. I'm saying even you probably have it where some of the big writers and director, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that'll watch a James Cameron film, right? They'll watch Titanic and find something criticizing about it. Do you think at the end of the day, and I think I can't remember if I said this in the video or in the podcast episode, but do you think at the end of the day, a fan of James Cameron, do you really think they're gonna be sitting around looking for criticizing things about the movie? No. The reason why I say that is because I remember what one of my all-time favorite movies, Need for Speed. I remember I saw a video where a guy was criticizing it, and then Rotten Tomato gave it a bad ratings. Do you think that's gonna take away the fact that that's one of my favorite movies? Do you think I'm gonna stop watching that movie because there's people in this world that don't like it? And that's the thing about fans, is that when they go out, or even fans and some content creators, but it's like they say their words and they're expecting you to run with it. No, we are different people. We are our own people or persons. But it's like people, like that's what people need to understand, is that I'm not going to take your word for something because of whatever knowledge you have on a situation, unless you are the creator of that situation. I'm not gonna, that's like if Apple, right? Let's say Apple has the most honest worker at their place, and I go to him and ask him about Apple iPhones. And he's telling me all the different. Now, obviously, yeah, he's going to be saying things that's going to make me want to buy this phone. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be the judge on whether or not I like this phone. But if there is somebody in this world, right, that tells me that they hate iPhones, the screen, okay, so yeah, let's just come up with some stuff. They're all like, the screen freezes all the time. I can't make proper calls. I'm all like, oh, well, dang, that does seem kind of, you know what? Well, I still want to test them out because I like how the phones look. I went through all these other phones. It's my time to test out iPhones. If I have those issues, then I'm like, okay, then it's like I don't like but that's the thing though. When you all right, so just talking on getting back to YouTube videos, when you click on a video, it's a 50-50 chance on whether or not you're going to like this video or not like this video. So that's why I'm like, I think who really needs to be sitting down and criticizing content are the actual viewers, not the haters, the viewers, the people where it's like, you don't know whether or not you're going to like this creator. Because I feel that with talking on myself, when I click on a video for the first time, let me just find like a random video real quick on YouTube. Let's just see some of my recommendations. Okay, let's see here. Can't find nothing. Alright, no, they have like a, so Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video, they posted a season 2 trailer for some show called Invincible. I don't know nothing about that show. I didn't even know that they had a season 1. I don't know anything about that show, but I'm curious. It looks interesting. So there's a 50-50 chance on when I click on this video, whether I'm gonna like it or not. I click the video, I watch it. At the end, all right, I'm thinking to myself, am I going to watch that show or am I not going to watch that show? Most likely, I'm going to watch that show. Okay, so it's left up to me. But it's like, that's the thing that I just don't get, where it's like, I make this video talking on the situation between JacksFilms and SSSniperwolf, and people are like trying to make me change my mind about the situation because of their input on it. That's your input. You make a video giving out your input. See, that's why we're all given each individual brains, so we can use it for ourselves. But imagine if we all had to use one brain. How do you honestly though? How do you think? No, let me just put this in, a better perspective. All right. So imagine a Wi-Fi router box. but there's 100 people in this like room. There's a Wi-Fi router box in the middle of this room, and there's 100 people in this room. All right. Now that Wi-Fi router, it's only meant to hold one person. Okay. Do you think if everybody at the same time press the connect button to connect their phones or devices of whatever sorts, do you think that Wi-Fi router will be able to handle all of that? No, you're going to see smoke coming from that Wi-Fi router and the thing is going to explode. Now nobody can get no internet. That's why we all have our own individual Wi-Fi routers. Because if we had to just use one, nothing will get anywhere. I wouldn't even be able to post this podcast episode. I probably would still be posting my very first YouTube video that I recorded when I was 13 years old. But I would not, that's what I'm overall trying to say with everybody having just one brain. And it's like you got people trying to, have this thought being processed and this thought being processed, and people take up that idea and that will not work. So that's why I'm like, people, you have to understand is that everybody is entitled to their opinion, all right? I don't know why that's hard to understand, but let me just say it again, all right? As clear as I possibly can say it. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, period. Signed, TMossBoss, the owner of the TMossBoss show. I'm saying it's like, it trips me out, man. It really trips me out. But like I said, JacksFilms is wrong in this situation. SSSniperwolf is wrong in this situation. If you feel a certain way about it, that's on you. Make a video, make a podcast episode, make a tweet, Instagram post, MySpace post, Facebook post, freaking, what else? My yearbook post. I'm trying to think of some other thread post. What are some other ones? TikTok post. I'm trying to think, whatever platform that you use on a regular basis, post how you feel on your own platform. But on my platform, I'm going to post how I feel. I don't know why that has to be an issue, all right? So, but anyways, and that being said, I feel like that's, yeah, you know what? No, I'm not even done yet with this podcast episode, because I felt that I was trying to make this about fans, but I feel like I just was, I was all over the place. But talking on the fans, okay? What fans need to understand is that you're going to lead a content creator into a world of destruction if you agree with everything that they say. If you're just that yes man in their ear and you're never telling them like when they're wrong on some stuff, because I feel like that this situation could have been prevented if JacksFilms had the right people talking in his ear. And not his fans hyping him up every time when he comes out with some video. Because let's just see what he's posting about now. I guarantee and I promise you, he's probably just milking this situation with SSSniperwolf. So, all right. So, yeah, he posted a video a day ago that got 2.5 million views. And, yeah, I imagine he's going to get a lot of views off of this because, yeah, it's like it's the biggest situation that's going on right now. So, anyways, he goes on, makes a video titled, SSSniperwolf came to our home last night. It's time for YouTube to step in. And it's like, fam, YouTube should have stepped in at the start of all of this. Because it's like, not even on some stuff, because it's like, okay, if SSSniperwolf is doing something wrong, she's literally one of the biggest creators on the platform. You don't think YouTube has taken notice of her? It's like, that's something where it's like, how old is he? Because he looks like he can maybe be around the same age as I am and stuff. All right, JacksFilms age. He's 30. Okay, so he's a little bit older, but it's like, okay, you're 35 years old. That's something that you have to know. That if another example, right? Let's say is you two living in a home, right? And whoever it is the owner of that house. SSSniperwolf takes a glass vase and she breaks it. The owner is probably like, well, okay, she is literally the most, and let's say she's wearing like a bright yellow outfit, and she is looking literally at both, he or she, whoever owns that house, is literally looking at the both of you guys. Do you think YouTube doesn't notice SSSniperwolf when she posts a video? I'm saying, like, let me just bring up her social blade real quick, because I feel like that's something that needs to overall be brought up. Okay, let me see. Somebody just left a comment talking about or responding to something that I had said. But yeah, she gets a weekly average of 42 million views. And I'm saying, I'm like, fam, that's a lot. And you think YouTube doesn't notice that? That, like, come on now. It's like YouTube, I know, like, with me, when I, like, the times where I've created some of my other channels, and some of the first few videos that they recommend to you is SSSniperwolf. So I imagine, like, YouTube and SSSniperwolf, they're in some sort of connection, because I think that's how I know that they don't really particularly care about reaction videos, is because I think it was last year where YouTube had posted, like, this Black History Month tribute video. And yeah, there was like one of the first creators that they showed was this YouTuber that I watch named Tyrone Magnus, and he does a bunch of different reaction videos, and I think in the same sense as SSSniperwolf. So I'm saying, I'm like, if YouTube really had an issue with people quote unquote stealing content, they would have done something about it. But they're not going to have it where these guys are literally on the front page of YouTube. They're not going to have it where they're in the trending section of YouTube. They're not going to have it where they're on their other social media platforms posted by YouTube. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm just not hearing it when people, and then it's of course everybody wants to repeat what JacksFilms is saying, because I know I've dealt with some JacksFilms fans, and it's like, fam, you guys aren't thinking for yourself. You're literally just mocking what he says. Think for yourself. Speak for yourself. If you actually have a hatred towards reaction videos, okay, without repeating what JacksFilms said, you say what you got in your heart towards reaction videos. Say something different. Say something fresh. Say something new. But I'm saying, if it's just going to be the same old, this is something that I've said before, all right? It's a little hypocritical telling people to not repeat, but it's like, here it is, I'm repeating myself. But no, at the end of the day, people, come up with something different, all right? But now, let me read off this comment real quick before I end this episode. Okay, is this it? I think this is it. There's like an actual judge, and it's people that like they think that they're actual judges and stuff, and so there's like, but also they actually wrote a shorter version. There's like originally, so they was like, oh, so they go and say an actual judge would find SSSniperwolf in the wrong based on, you know, the laws, and I'm not really a fan of either of them. I've only seen one JacksFilm video and no SSSniperwolf, so no bias. And that's the thing, I don't believe that, because the reason why I don't believe that is because it's the internet, you know, and like, what's one thing that you can't believe stuff on? The internet. It's like that old, what was it, Geico commercial or something? You know, so no, let me actually read out their whole comment and stuff. So they go on to say, an actual judge would clearly find SSSniperwolf in the wrong. Doxing is a crime in the state of California, where both reside, and it'd be quite an easy task for a lawyer to prove harmful intent, given her previous criminal record, her ongoing legal issues, and her having talked about the type of behavior before on her channel. Clear evidence that she knew the impact of her posting somebody's address online, even if JacksFilms activities constitute harassment, which it might in some states be, but I'm pretty sure in it wouldn't in California. I'm pretty sure harassment is valid in any state. It doesn't necessarily. See, and that's why I'm all like, look, it's like when people, harassment is going to be valid in any state. Because the thing is this, what a lot of people fail to understand with harassment, because again, what would happen, all right, if JacksFilm, he makes a video and somebody goes to SSSniperwolf's house talking about, oh, JacksFilms rules, JacksFilms rule. Harassment, and I said this earlier, harassment is harassment. There shouldn't be like, oh, well, whoever has a better argument, then their harassment is valid. But then whoever doesn't have the better argument, then they're that's why I'm like, I'm not hearing that stuff. But anyways, they go on to say, it doesn't count regardless of some of state if she doesn't file a claim against him, like issuing a cease and desist or something along those lines, and committing a crime in response to a civil complaint killing does not make it any more illegal. If my neighbor moves my fence afoot and I respond by sending them death threats, then I am in the wrong. Why are you sending them? No, you just move the fence. See, that's when it's like when you're trying to compare a situation to like a situation where somebody's making. Now, if it's like an ongoing issue where they're moving your fence, then it's like obviously you're going to call the cops on some stuff like that, right? So that's why I'm like, look, in situations where if somebody, I guess like maybe just speaking for myself, if somebody's harassing me, then I'm like, I don't know. The times, I guess like now is different because I just know that, the past stuff that I've been involved in, I'm like, I'm just gonna, file a claim and things. But it's like if it's ongoing harassment, and then like I said before, SSSniperwolf, it's like she did this out of anger. So it's like, obviously she probably regrets it now, but it's all like, you can't sit here and tell a person how to react when they're mad. That's why it's like, it's just, because it's like, no, that ain't no different than like I said, the bullying stuff, right? You're bullying a kid in school. That kid takes a freaking something, all right, a chair, the lunch tray, and they hit you across the head. It's like, obviously that kid is going to, be messed up for using that weapon and things and breaking the kid's face. But do you think at the end of the day, if that kid would have never been getting bullied in the first place, do you think that that kid would have took a lunch tray or a chair of some sorts and hit him across the head? That's the thing that everybody keeps missing about this. It's like if JacksFilms would have never been making videos about this girl, she never would have leaked out his address. Why do people keep missing that? It confuses me. But anyways, then he was obviously not the same situation realistically, but legally speaking, they share a lot of common ground. And I originally stated doxing is a felony, which is true in my state, but not in California. It's a misdemeanor there. Weirdly, the analogy still works because death threats can also be classified. All right, so that's what I'm going to respond to with this person. Do you think she would have leaked his address if he never would have been making videos on her in the first place? Remember, both was throwing punches. Punches. She, I guess, threw a harder punch. Was never saying she was right for what she did, but at the same time, at the same time, it's all like she acted out of anger. I'm pretty sure now she regrets what she did. My goodness, bro. It's like, it's just, man, it's like people, I'm telling you, man, and it's funny when, like, that's just something that I don't believe when people, when they say stuff like that in comment sections, they're like, not a fan. But I also do think that if you're not a fan, then you ain't gonna care about this situation. If you're not a fan of both JacksFilms and SSSniperwolf, you're not gonna care about this situation. Because I know when I see two content creators beefing with one another, like for an example, I remember when that one dude, James Charles, he got into it with like, what was it, like a makeup artist, or like she did like tea videos, not like tea videos of like talking, but she did something that just required like just some random stuff. But anyways, but even just using him as an example, I'm like, I don't be, sitting around looking or be watching beefs that he get into it with people and stuff. I guess like if a friend of mine is talking about it, then I'm like, all right, then I guess I'm learning something about it and things, but I don't care. I don't care enough to make videos about it. I don't care enough to talk about it. I don't care enough to tweet about it, post about it, any of that stuff. And another reason why I say that is because that I just don't believe people when they say things like that, is because I remember when people would say that underneath my comment sections. They're all like, and it's funny because like they'll say the nickname of that person, right? But no, so they'll go in my comment section like, not a fan, but I think you're wrong for what you're doing. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, if you're not a fan, SSSniperwolf and JacksFilms, I can understand that because them two got millions of subscribers. But with me, I'm like, fam, literally nobody knows who I am when it comes to content creating. Even the people that have made videos about me, do you think somebody's going to sit down and take the time to watch some video about TMossBoss or hate video about TMossBoss? No. I am not even gonna watch a hate video about TMossBoss, and it's being made about me. So what makes you think some random person with a 9-to-5, got kids, married, all these other things going for themselves, what do you really think they're gonna be sitting down about like, oh, well, forget taking my kids to school, forget trying to fix my marriage, forget trying to pay the bills and all the other different things in my house. I'm gonna sit down and watch a TMossBoss hate video. Yeah, nah, that's that's not happening. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I just don't believe when they say things like that. I'm like, okay, well, anyways, what I'm saying, it still stands. I'm not going to change up what I'm saying and stuff. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Yeah, overall moral of the story, I just think fans need to stop hyping up JacksFilms. And if there are any, I feel like there's really no fans hyping up SSSniperwolf because they're probably in a conflicted mindset where they don't know whether she's right or wrong. Probably still watching her videos and stuff. But yeah, it's like they probably all like, nope, fans like that. JacksFilms fans, and it's just, people there, like, they're just known, because I'm speaking of experience of the last time when I dealt with some JacksFilms fans. They're very attacktive. They like to attack. They don't see no wrongdoings with JacksFilms. They only see wrongdoings, and it's crazy. He can sit here and harass people. He can make videos about people, spread all this hate and negativity about people. Don't nobody say anything about it. So I'm saying that it's like if SSSniperwolf, if she's doing the same thing, then maybe she does have her reasons for being having videos made on her and stuff. But here's the thing though, at the end of the day, if YouTube found an issue wrong with her videos, they would have did something a long time ago. They're not gonna wait. How long has she had her channel? Let me go onto her channel real quick. Because this is something that I need to. She just posted. It's funny. She just posted a video an hour ago, and it's all like she ain't worried about all this stuff that's going on. She's out here. She's had her video or her channel for over 10 years, and she done accumulated over 24 billion views. Like I said, if YouTube would have did something, they would have did something. How many subscribers that she has? They would have did something 34 million subscribers ago. They would have did something 10 years ago, and they would have did something 24 billion total views ago. They're not gonna wait until now to do something because somebody's making videos about her. That's like, yeah, bro. It's like I'm not hearing that. So anyways, I'm really not an SSSniperwolf or a JacksFilms fans, and I really can care less at the end of the day. But just in case, if people wanted to know my opinion, that's how I feel. All right. So, but anyways, I know people are gonna be all like, "Oh no, you are SSSniperwolf." I am not. I can't remember the last time I sat down and watched one of these girls this girl's video. I'm like, and same with JacksFilms. I think the last time I did watch one of his videos was back in 2016. So that's what I'm like. And with her, I was all like, if somebody were to like, to come up to me and say, if you can reenact an SSSniperwolf video right now, we'll give you $1 billion. I would cry my eyes out because I'm like, I don't watch her. I don't know how to react. I don't even know her intros. I don't know anything about her. I know she plays video games and she does reaction videos. This is literally the same thing I do. So I'm saying, it's like, I feel like everybody does that at some point. So, but yeah, anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Follow me across all social media platforms at TMossBoss, and make sure. What else? Oh yeah, and if you're viewing this on, because I was thinking of like my old outros, but I was like, but if you are viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.